He was a janitor, a quiet man, overlooked by everyone, until the day he took out a bottle of bubbles and unknowingly saved a billionaire's daughter. While her mother watched, frozen, James Turner wasn't born into money. He was born into grit. After losing his wife in a tragic accident 5 years ago, James became a single father to his bright-eyed little girl, Lily. He worked 2 jobs, one as a nighttime janitor at Westbrook Academy, the other cleaning offices on weekends, just to keep a roof over their heads, and Lily enrolled in a decent school. Every morning, after scrubbing floors and emptying trash bins in the same place where CEOs sent their kids, he'd whisper to Lily, "Someday, you'll be one of them. But always remember where you came from." To most of the school's elite, James was invisible. He was just the janitor. Nobody asked about his life. Nobody cared, but he watched everyone. He knew which kids cried alone at recess, which teachers were kind, and which students needed more love than lessons. It happened on a rainy Thursday morning. James was finishing his shift when he heard a piercing scream from the grand staircase. At the base of it, in the middle of the echoing lobby, stood a little girl trembling uncontrollably, soaked, red-faced, clutching her backpack so tightly it looked like her fingers would snap. Her hair was perfect. Her dress was designer. But her panic was primal. "I want my mom," she cried over and over, her words barely making sense. Staff froze. Teachers looked around for the school counselor. No one moved. That's when James gently pushed his mop aside and walked toward the storm. James didn't speak. He knelt a few feet away, slowly reached into his side pouch, and pulled out a small plastic bottle. Lily's favorite. He dipped the wand, blew one single bubble. The girl flinched, then watched it float and pop. Another one. Then 3. The hallway held its breath. She blinked, then blinked again. She reached for one, laughed softly when it burst on her finger. James smiled, whispering, "Magic doesn't always come with wands, kiddo." And right then, in that fleeting, fragile moment, her storm calmed. What James didn't know was that Miranda Ellington, the girl's mother, was standing on the balcony above. Miranda wasn't just any parent. She was a billionaire, the founder of a global tech company, known for her sharp tongue, her fierceness in boardrooms, and her detachment in parenting. She had arrived early for a closed-door meeting. When the school called her about a minor emotional episode, she expected a tantrum. She came to scold, to discipline. What she saw instead made her speechless. A man in janitor's clothes, kneeling, using nothing but bubbles and compassion to bring her daughter back from the edge. Miranda didn't speak. She just watched, hand over mouth, tears forming in eyes long dry from boardroom wars. Later that day, James returned to clean the science wing. Same as always, same routine, until the headmaster stormed in, flustered, saying, "James, the board wants to see you. Right now." He thought he was being fired. Maybe parents complained. Maybe it was about SOPs. But in that conference room sat Miranda, calm, elegant, with her daughter beside her, holding the same bubble bottle. She stood, walked over. "Mr. Turner," she said, "do you know what it feels like to watch someone do for your child what you couldn't do yourself?" James said nothing. He couldn't. "I watched you today," she whispered. "You didn't just blow bubbles. You saw her. You reached her. And I owe you something I can't even name." Miranda didn't offer money. She offered something bigger. She created a position for James, Director of Emotional Wellness at Westbrook. A mentorship role, a bridge between students and staff, with full benefits, a raise triple his old salary. And most importantly, dignity. But James had one condition. "I still clean floors and hearts alike." And so he did. He kept his cart, wore a suit and gloves now. And each morning, he blew one bubble in the lobby, as a reminder that you don't need a title to change a life. Just heart. Over the next weeks, Lily and Sophie, the billionaire's daughter, became inseparable. At night, when Lily would ask, "Daddy, why do you think she was crying?" he would smile and say, "Sometimes the world forgets to love its strongest kids. But when you see someone hurting, blow a bubble. It's how we make them look up." One bottle of bubbles. One single dad. One little girl. And a billionaire mother who realized money doesn't raise children, love does.